Hey guys, it's the History Nerd and we're back with another exciting episode of Stellaris. Yay! And right off the bat, we have quite a situation to deal with. So heading over to Mindos in Alpha Centauri. All of our food production tiles are held by the Centaurians. And we can't move them. We can't resettle them. We can't enslave them. And at the rate we're going, we might not, well, I guess we don't necessarily have to wipe them out, which is unfortunately where I'm at. What we could do, and what might be a better thing to do, would be to move, well, to build farms, not on food tiles. What we could do also is enact purging and just get rid of a few of these guys. The problem, of course, is that this is their homeworld, so they are going to be breeding much, much faster than we are. And they're going to fill the planet up before we do. But we can't build on their land. We can't move them. And we're stuck until we can, do something with them. So I'm afraid to say that humanity might just have to take a dark turn, pretty early on in their adventures in space. We can try to hold off on that a little bit, and we'll get a basic hydroponic farm up. And in fact, I wonder if I build farms on tiles, will that claim it for me? Let's give it a try. We can always replace the buildings later. And once we get some tile blockers cleared out, we'll be able to, obviously clear out the land there. But unfortunately, perhaps settling there was not the best idea. That's the creator done, building quite a few, actually, mineral posts there, which is great news. And then we're going off to get some posts built there, which is lovely. We should probably rename the usurper. So we'll name her the Jurassic Quark. And of course, we got the fish and chips as well. So that should be pretty good. We could also, I guess, start gearing up for war with these guys.
Construction complete.
What are they at? They are equivalent across the board. Okay, good. What did we have? Oh, we just had some Corvettes. So we might as well get a few more, since I'm not able to upgrade. Ooh, oh no, this is the technology as well. 2 more Corvettes, and then another 2, and we should be pretty good there. Let's see how our planets are going. We're slowly upgrading this, which is good. From a roleplay perspective, and this is just strictly roleplaying, you can build a spaceport anywhere, as long as you own the planet. And have the resources for it. Personally, I don't like building a spaceport on a planet until we get them living out of the reassembled ship shelter and into an actual real building. So that's like I said, that's just my personal preference.
Research complete.
I think it makes sense though. Improved deflectors, good. And so I guess next up, do we want a power hub? Or do we just want new power plants? I guess we've got enough on here to justify slapping down a power hub. So let's get that researched. Plus it will increase our energy storage capacity, which is always good. And I think this might be the first opportunity for me to just, cut out the boring bits, if you will, and come back to you guys when we've got something to do. Either the situation in Alpha Centauri is going to come to a head, which is what I'm concerned the most about. Hopefully my buildings block these aliens. I've got no proof or knowledge that it would. I'm just making an assumption that since I can't put aliens on buildings, then the aliens can't be put on my buildings. So I'm hoping that's right. How are our scientists doing? Oh, Nahi is almost
system survey
leveled
complete.
up. So let's get you going over here to survey that system. See, the problem is I don't want to miss out on any, like, survey events for you guys. That would be...
construction complete.
not good. But
Debris analyzed.
there is a lot of, I'm not going to say
Construction
downtime, but there is a lot of slow time with this game. As in any strategy game. I guess we might as well finish off and build 2 more Corvettes. Get our fleet up to max. What's this? Hostile fleet. Where are the ancient... Oh, and those are close, too. Desert and arid world. Well, we can easily send the fleet out to take care of them. So let's go survey that system and get Nishimura to deploy over that way. We can clean out those mining drones and then send the Jurassic Quark back to do some more research. What do we got? To be expected. That's fine. I just want these 2 buildings to be done before this guy is done growing. Because I don't necessarily want to take humanity down a dark path this early. I don't want to purge people. It's not the goal of this series. What do we got? Hostile fleet. Yeah, ancient mining drones. That's fine. We're on 3 food, so I think we're definitely going to want to make this a food-producing tile because of the food bonus. But after that, I think we're fine turning at least this into a mining network. That's fine. And that will drop that down, I would imagine, once it's built. We'll still be okay. And we can slap a farm down there and get some minerals going. Although we're doing pretty okay on minerals so far, considering how early into this we are. Energy, well, that's another story. But hopefully we can fix up all the problems with energy that we're facing. One of these will be helpful. We'll get our power plant in Seoul upgraded to one of those once we can, and that'll produce, like, I think it's something crazy like double the power. So, you know, that's good. Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought that was my fleet engaging those guys. Okay, get going that way. Turn around, get out of here. Avoid those mining drones. We do have a continental world there. We don't have any info on it. That's fine. But we should, well, we'll be able to colonize there and then, you know, bring this stuff into the fold with potentially 1 more frontier outpost. And then we've basically got ourselves a nice border with the Holfiers, which would be good. Scanning the star unveils a small object in orbit. Rapid orbit, no less. Its small size and high velocity make it difficult for our sensors to isolate. We'll leave it for now. That is a fun little event that happens. I've even had it successfully fire for me once, and it was neat. What do we got over here? Oh, I was like, why are you stuck in the middle of space? It's because I got the game paused. And I would expect to encounter... Oh, we didn't encounter anything here. That's good. We'll see what that black hole's got, but we will also take a look at these guys. Void clouds. So let's get that research going. And for the days that is researching, as I've corrected myself before, but I'll take this opportunity to again because I'll be able to show it off. At the turn of the month, we should get some Stored Society research. Yay! So that's good. We'll get that black hole investigated, and yeah, I think I'll be back when I've got something exciting to share with you guys. See you in a bit! A number of individuals belonging to the pre-sentient native population of Mindos somehow got into a secure compound on the outskirts of our colony. They were chased off within hours, but not before severely damaging several interstellar uplinks dedicated to currency transfers. We fear several hundred credits may have been lost in the ether. So we just lost 300 energy from these guys. Well, we got all our buildings done, so we'll see pretty quickly here if they will land or, take over our building tiles. And if they do, I fear we'll have to start purging. So that's not good, but I don't think we got much of an option. We're also clearing out the mining drones, which is proving to be, obviously,
special project complete.
Pretty easy. So take care of those guys. Our special research project has been complete into the void clouds. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris and stardust has yielded surprising results. It is a particulate cloud bristling with powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflexive actions, let alone movements with purpose. And yet, it does. There is something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. Let us watch, but not interfere.
Updated.
So we'll go ahead and get some physics research going on into that. Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Earth. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid the continued search of strange life forms. Look at the society research we got, and the energy credits. So we've basically made back what our alien friends lost. And I use that term friends incredibly loosely. That is not the system I wanted to check on. I wanted to check on the combat. We should be getting in close. And it looks like I've got some ship upgrades to do to the first strike force here. But we'll worry about that once we clear out these drones. And then when we get a science ship freed up, we got some debris to research. And of course, we're going to want to survey the system because habitable worlds. Why wouldn't we? We got a desert world here. Well, that's not very useful. But we'll get it sorted. We'll get it figured. I don't even think this is a big world, come to think of it. Let's take a look at it again. Size 8. I don't know about that. Oh! Hold together. Hold together. I love it. Go home and repair. Then we'll merge up the fleets and get everybody in to upgrade the ships that need upgrading. And I think that's
special project complete.
Almost going to be it. The void clouds are, as far as human researchers can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated just a scant few billion years after matter as we know it first appeared, the tremendous forces of the young cosmos making something out of nothing. They would have been stars once, but we're not. Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult, but the answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together. Another product of their primordial beings, it is not inconceivable that, given enough time, the circulation of its strange stardust and gravitic fields aligned in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one another, if not outright communicating, light years apart. quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in this phenomenon. Well, that's neat, but there won't stand in our way. So we'll get a boost to physics research and a cloudbuster modifier, so we get a little bit bonus damage to void clouds, or we could try to trace these. I think we'll just go for the free research and the bonus damage. Just because we know we're going to have to fight some, so, you know. Let's get ready to fight some. And with that, I think... Well, let's check here first. How are things looking? Oh, you sneaky bastards. I don't want to purge these guys, but I fear we don't have a choice. I mean, we don't have to purge all of them, but okay, let's take stock. Collectivist, militarist, spiritualist. How are our friends doing up here? Individualist, fanatic, materialist. They don't like slavery. I know they don't like purging policies. I don't think we have a choice. We got a few years to wait. Alright. We will hope that... yeah. Well, once we're able to purge them, I have a feeling we're going to have to purge them. And that sucks. Or I could... Have I got hydroponic farms for my star bases researched? No. If I get the opportunity to, that'll be the next thing to research. So that we could at least slap down a star base up there with some hydroponic farms and... oh, hello. And generate some food on that planet that way. We have received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire that called themselves the Larev Interplanetary League. They seem to have learned of our existence by listening in on the communications of another empire we are in contact with. Hello. I speak on behalf of the Galarev Interplanetary League. We are a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual freedoms of our citizens in a galaxy full of alien horrors. Our elected leader, President Sibav Uvi Doglav, warns you not to interact with our citizens or approach our space. We're going to fight for our right to exist. I have a feeling we're not going to get along. Xenophobic pacifist spiritualists.
Research complete.
Now, the xenophobia and the materialist fools might not work out, but we'd still be plus 15 thanks to that charisma. So I don't necessarily think we need to rival these guys yet. I think keeping the Hulfars as our main enemy is going to be just fine. Man, I'd really like to push our borders out just a little bit farther. Oh, I should probably get this going, and I guess, well, I'm not necessarily either planning on having a slave army, but it could be useful. Instead, we'll just go with a boost to habitability and get our current colonies working for us just a little bit better. Not good. And if I clear these tiles off, right, like that's just giving them more space to expand, which I don't necessarily want to do either. Yeah, we'll wait until we need the space to expand and then hope we get the pop going there first. Seems like a relatively smart idea, right? Let's actually take the Jurassic Quark and research that. Oh, we have to go here anyway, don't we? Okay, fine. Well, let's... well, not the system. Not the system, just the planet. Get that. Get that. Well, actually, yeah, we could do that, couldn't we? Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to come up with the best way to do this. If we do that, and then research the system, and then we can come in here and do that, and then research the system. Although, because you are now 5-star, which means we can start getting you working on these anomalies. So let's do that instead. Research that anomaly, and then the fish and chips can come back down here and do all this stuff. What are you sitting at? You've got one last system to research. That's good. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. And then, is that still... Oh my god. I'm screwing this all up. Don't. Just go research this. There. Okay. Now, let's make sure I select the right science ship. Unfortunately, looks like in the outliner here, the names of the ship, when you highlight over them, stay. If you move down just a little bit, then they actually do change to what you've renamed them to. So it's a little frustrating, but what can you do? I should have shift-click all this, but whatevs. We'll worry about that desert planet at a different date. There. All right. Should take care of all the surveying we need to do. At least momentarily. And think that should be good. Let's just kick up some speed. Let's go to fast speed. Get our... at least the Jurassic Quark up, researching that anomaly. Power hubs! Yay! We can build one of those on Earth right away. Warp drive right away does sound pretty good, but I think the gravitic sensors and survey speed, that way we can get our science ships updated pretty quickly. In the meantime, let's slap down a power hub and get a little bit of a boost to our energy credit production. Let's also now take and merge these guys together. There we go. And then we can upgrade the ships that need it. And we got the Jurassic Quark working away already on that anomaly. As the boo! As the Jurassic Quark passed through the asteroid belt on its way to 133D-1000, Science Officer Nahi reported that the ship experienced a number of sudden gravitational shifts. Ever curious, Nahi dispatched a number of probes to scan the debris field to discern the cause. It turns out that the culprit is a number of gravity generators of old alien make. Sputtering on dying energy sources, and with their polarities inverted, they occasionally spew reverse gravity into the void, though not without enough force to cause any serious harm. Not anymore. Science Officer Nahi theorizes that the generators once provided artificial gravity for a large asteroid in the belt, but some malfunction eventually tore the rock apart. That is a very disturbing thought. Do we have some bonus research on that now? Nope. We just got a whole schwack of bonus research elsewhere. Are we good to do serious? 52% failure. Woo! No. We are not good to do that. We should be good to do this one then. So we'll go ahead and queue that up. In the meantime, how is the fish and chips looking? Just getting to the systems. And I guess, considering the direction we're going, it would be best to do this one first. this one. How many times can I queue up the same research? That should be the end of it, thankfully.
Construction complete.
Oh, good! Valentina Velasco has leveled up and gained the trait Substance Abuser. Good for her. So let's see what that does. We'll take a look at our governor here. Can we not? Okay, we will have to go here? No, we will have to go here. Okay. Earth, can we? Nope. Leaders. There we go. Valentina Velasco. The clearing blockers, which is good, and the Substance Abuser, which cuts her lifespan down a bit. She's only 54, so she'll be around for a while.
Construction
so that's
complete.
Okay. Let's see. Spaceport on Earth is done. Good. So Earth must have the power hub in place, and this thing it produces a little bit of energy credits on its own, but it also produces, or gives you a boost of 10% to the energy credits you produce, which should be super darn helpful, for obvious reasons. It's always good to produce more energy. And yeah,
Debris analyzed.
Getting this sorted. Good. Mining drone lasers are not really worth the time or effort into using them as a weapon. Active scans of Chiminal 1 have picked up what appears to be a large ship deep inside the atmosphere of the gas giant. Judging by the nearby debris, there have been several failed attempts to salvage this derelict in the past. Any ship strong enough to withstand such crushing gravity must be a magnificent prize. Science Officer Nahi has proposed a salvage project of our own. Why wouldn't we? Right? Bring it up.
Situation log updated.
So let's take a look at what we're going to need to do here. We are going to need to get some research done. So let's research this project. And this is probably going to take a little while.
Research complete.
But if it works, we'll get a free ship out of things. We got the gravitic sensors. Yay! And now, man, we have so many options. Honestly, it might be best to go for the fusion reactor. 9 months. I think that is the best we can do. And while we're at it, let's take a look at our
Debris
science ship
analyzed.
and get those upgraded. I don't think there's anything else we can upgrade. There's really no point in putting shields or armor on your science ship. I mean, you know, it'll theoretically allow you to survive an attack a little bit longer, but the speed at which your emergency FTL comes up, you don't really need to worry about that. Ooh, we've got some power there to
Anomaly
develop.
found.
A small space station of some kind has been built in stable orbit around the asteroid. It appears deserted. Well, I mean, if that's the same asteroid that the drones were around, I'm not really surprised. At 15%, though, you can go ahead and give that a research.
Research complete.
Improved spaceport, that's good news. Now, do we want to go for robotic workers? They certainly are good on minerals. But I think we'll get some upgraded armor. Because having better armor, you can never go wrong with better armor. Right? Like, you're always going to be able to use improved defenses.
Special project complete.
The attempt by Science Officer Nahi to salvage the derelict ship from the atmosphere of Jurassic Quark was a failure. The gas giant's heavy gravity disabled the engines of one of our engineering tugs, which then collided with the derelict. Several lives were lost, and the ancient vessel was pushed even deeper into the atmosphere, beyond our reach. Well, that is sad. This is the Fish and Chips made it a failed attempt to dock with the space station orbiting BK5-6498. Unfortunately, the fragile station disintegrated as a result. Science Officer Ernesto Velasco begs forgiveness. You're not making me a happy man, Ernesto. Let's take the Jurassic Quark and go research that anomaly. It's only a 5% failure risk, so what could possibly go wrong? Alright, we've had such luck. Get a mining station up to actually work those energy resources.
Research complete. System survey complete.
Oh, good. Subterraneous. That's a great name for a system. We got our upgraded fusion reactor, which is great news. And after that, I'm honestly thinking basic combat roles would be a good idea. Let's go ahead and autocomplete. Sure, that's looking about right. Right. Save. Yes. And then we can go through and autocomplete everything else so we get the new reactors. Oh, good. We got our transports that are now... See, one of the problems with troop transports before was that you could... for whatever reason, they weren't upgradable, so you were always stuck with, like, your first level of FTL drive, which, you know, isn't all that helpful. But now we can get those things upgraded, which is good. So we will, and that's great. Whoa, we zoomed out quite a bit there. Not necessary. And we should get some...
Situation log updated.
Ooh. Lambda aliens. Oh, that. Are these nomads? These guys might be nomads. Let's research those guys. Because they can put us in contact with other empires. So that's fun. We'll be able to at least, you know, see where the other empires are that these nomads have encountered. Which is exciting. We've gotten a report from Science Officer Nahi. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star Kibben. Most peculiar. It should obviously not be there, yet somehow it's managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate the container and try to deduce how it ended up there. A conundrum worth investigating, or all questions don't have worthwhile answers. We can get 40 influence out of this, but as you can see, we don't really have a need for any influence. So let's get the conundrum worth investigating.
Log updated.
And we can assign Nahi here and the Jurassic Quark to research this project. Now this project does take a while. And we can only hope that we succeed.
Debris analyzed.
All right. More mining lasers. You know, maybe if I just stop looking at it, the problem will go away. That's how most problems work, right? You just ignore it, and then magically problem solved.
Special project complete.
Greetings, human Archon! I speak on behalf of the United Nomadic Fleets. You have nothing to fear from us, as we have no interest in planet-bound affairs. We ask only that you respect our autonomy and our right to go where we will. You are not the first to lay small claim to the vast expanse we travel. Our history is full of many just like you, but none of our contacts remain active at this time. Not anymore. Should that change, we will eventually share communications with any of your fellow planet dwellers that we may come across. Greetings! And so now we're gonna get, what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 empires that those nomads know about. So we got the Commonwealth of Quilest, the Alvasarian Foundation, the Tilinisi Nation, the Sovereign Quilux Quixlufen, the Republican Norilga Nations, the United Almond Territories, and way over here, the Bilnock Consortium. So let's see. My word, wow, you are quite an impressive species. Xenophobe materialists, so, you know, they're not particularly fans of us right now, but that'll change over time. We got some fanatic xenophile spiritualists who are probably not going to be pleased with our materialistic path, obviously, and they are superior in every way to us. Well, not every way, but in tech and fleet and stuff like that. State your intentions, Beast. I have a feeling we're not going to be getting along with these fanatic spiritualist collectivists. Evangelizing zealots. Those probably aren't going to be all that popular. We've got a military republic, democratic crusader, because they are individualist, xenophobe militarists. For the crusaders there, I would have expected some kind of religion, but I guess it's not crusade in the sense of a holy war, but a crusade in the sense of a just cause. And yeah, we're probably not going to make friends with those guys. We've got some erudite explorers, xenophile, fanatic materialists. These guys like us already. Unfortunately, they're equivalent across the board, but we might want to make some friends there, although, you know, 3/4 of a galaxy away from us, I don't know necessarily if any of these guys are going to be worthwhile friends. We got a ruthless capitalist direct democracy. These guys will eventually be relatively neutral to us. And we got, whoa, we don't have to go into your system here for the Theocratic Republic. Individualist, fanatic spiritualist, well-met human galactic union. You're kind of polite, but you don't like us, so I don't know why you're being so polite. But that covers everything, right? We already talked to these guys? Yeah, we talked to those guys. Well, we didn't talk to them, but we saw them. Xenophobic isolationists who are friends with them. Thankfully, right? You're friends, you're not rivals? Yes. Okay, good. So, thankfully, the Hulfiers here, they haven't got any more friends, which is good. We don't want them to get friends. I guess, do we have enough in the way of minerals? Oh my god, do we ever? Let's get a spaceport built there. What have I been waiting for? Yeah, just don't look. Just don't look and that problem will go away. What I wanted it done before the end of the episode is just to see what we've got here. I don't think we're going to get our ceramic container around the sun research done, but I really would like to see what we've got as a potential colony here. Whoops. Oh, there's been a war against an unidentified empire. That's fine. We've got a weak magnetic field, so the habitability and growth time is slightly reduced. Not much in the way of tile blockers, but it is one of each, so we're going to need to make sure we've got 3 tile blockers researched if we're going to settle. I don't know if we necessarily want to settle such a tiny planet way out here. I mean, it is really our only option. Yeah. I mean, we can get the tropical or ocean world research done, but that's looking like our best bet, which sucks because it's not a good system. But I think that is where we're going to leave the episode here for today. And I do want to apologize for how Stellaris is affecting the other series on my channel. Well, I mean, specifically the Crusader Kings 2. I've recorded another episode of Panzer Corps, and I think it's safe to say that that series is going to be done. Needless to say, Poland kicked my ass. It is what it is. But I am planning on tearing myself away from this galactic wonderful game and recording a good long session of Crusader Kings this weekend. So I will hopefully get 4 or 5 episodes. We'll see how much space on the hard drive I can clear away. And then, yeah, so we'll have a double dose of Paradox games coming at you with Crusader Kings and Stellaris going back to back. Which is exciting, if a little bit daunting. Paradox games are, you know, time-consuming masterpieces. To play 2 at once is crazy. But I'm going to attempt it. So anyway, that's enough of that. Thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.